What's up, YouTube? I'm back, 2026, first video of the year. I've been kind of MIA, just dealing with life and work, and haven't been able to do a lot of the things I want to do, but I'm here today with the Evo. So I drove the car to work. I started to do stuff already, and then I decided to pick up the camera. But I drove to work and I found some coolant that was leaking out when I parked the car. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a pressure test, show you where I possibly think it was leaking. I'm not doing a pressure test. I did a pressure test and I know that we're leaking from these clamps here, straight from the hoses here. On this side right here it was leaking, and then back here it was leaking and it was pouring down. I don't know if you can see any of the coolant now. Might be able to see it between. It's gonna be tough, but it kind of fell down there. That's not a good view, but so what I really want to do is this clamp, it's actually already loose. I want to go get some new clamps, tighten it up. I loosened these up so I can kind of get in there and tighten these, but you can actually see that it's a little soaked. So I'm gonna get the clamps, and I'm going to get new clamps on all of them because they're pretty much maxed out, and I want to get something that's gonna actually not be fully clamped down like that. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do as far as what size I'm gonna get. These ones I feel like they're good, but this is the only one that was maxed out right here, so I kind of want to get a new one there, maybe another one here. This one's pretty tight. What I'll actually probably do, now that I've been sitting here thinking about it, is I'll probably just end up replacing the one. I don't really need to replace the three. They've been pretty good. They've have enough material left to tighten it down, and they're tightened on pretty well. It was just this one that kind of maxed out, and I don't know if it's just an old clamp or what the issue was, but it's a 2 1/4. Let's see if I can focus on it. 2 1/4 and size 28. So I'm gonna see if I can find something that's the same. Can't get that one, but I'll find something that's the same or better, and see what I can do. So we'll start there. There's a couple other things I want to do. When I first bought this tomei manifold, I didn't know the bolts up here were not tightened. So I installed it. I was driving down the freeway one day, and I heard a big bang and a big exhaust leak all of a sudden. Come to find out that one of the bolts, the plugs popped, shot right out, lost it on the freeway, and had to drive home with that big exhaust leak right here. Found these bolts just in my garage and was able to plug it up for now. So shout out to Evasive Motorsports in SoCal. They were able to still get replacement parts for this, so I bought the new plug and washer. I believe I still have my other plug and washer, so I'm gonna make sure that I install that. And then I have another part that I'm gonna install. I've been wanting to install my radiator shroud, and also rexoeed came out with another carbon fiber piece. So maybe we'll do that since the car's jacked up and I can pop off the bumper pretty easily. So we'll maybe do some aesthetic mods today, some cleaning up mods, and we'll get back into videoing and taking you through the journey of my Evo. And 2026, hopefully I can get a track day in. Got to get some tires. The stretch boy look is not for me, so hopefully we can make this journey happen. I really want to grow with this car. I really want to do more things and do more videos, so I'm gonna keep trying. Can't make any promises, so stay tuned for that. So let me get to the store, let me get those clamps, and let's get cranking. All right, so I'm back. I got some clamps. I'm gonna try this, see if this works, and we'll hopefully get that all nice tightened up. That's the only one I'm gonna really replace again. Everything else is nice and tight. So this looks a little bit big, but based on what it's saying, the clamp that I had said 2 1/4. So this goes down to 1 1/4 to 2 and as big as 2 1/4. So this essentially should be the right fit. So I'll get this put on, and then we'll move on to the next thing, and we'll get this replaced so it looks nice and clean again, and then of course the cosmetics. So let me go ahead and pop that on, and we'll be right back. So I got the new clamp on, but I want to do is I do want to test again the pressure, make sure that I did tighten everything down. It's not going to leak. We won't have that issue again. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll use my hand pump mitt vac. So I'm using this mitt vac. It's the MV 460, and it's going to be for the Evo. I'm using the MVA 351, so that's the one that fit. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that on, bring it up to 18 psi, make sure that I don't have any leaks, and then we'll call that complete. So let me pop this on. I'll try to do this with one hand. So I'm looking for that. Once that goes down, there we go. That's on there tight. Now we got everything tightened. I'm just gonna do this now. Let me put you guys on the tripod. Give me 1 second. How about that? How about we just put you up over here? And that way I can do. All right, I'm finally there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer on my watch. I'll place this down here. I'll set a timer on my watch and set it for, I think it said 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So got that started. So we'll wait, make sure that there's no drops, no pressure issues. We'll look at the clamps, make sure it's not seeping through here. Back here, of course, it shouldn't have any issues, but the main culprit was right here. That's where I could see it literally spew out and soak the floor. So we'll give it 10 minutes, and then we'll see where we are. So come back in 10 minutes. All right, so I'm past my 10-minute mark. It's been holding PSI this whole time, so I think we're good. I think the coolant leak that I had is finally fixed. I don't see any fresh coolant dripping down. That looks like all the old coolant that was sitting there. So we'll call this completed, and let's go ahead and start doing some of the fun mods. So let me release this pressure. get the cap back on, and then we'll pop off the heat shield so we can get access to those bolts. That's good. There we go. That's on. So let's go ahead and pop those off now. Let me go grab an Allen set and knock off these Allen heads, and we'll get going. Okay. So I got the heat shield off, but with every project comes some issues. One of the Allen bolts fell back behind the AC compressor bracket. So that is going to be a project for another time when I take this off at a later date. And I have to get down there and take off the O2 housing. I'll have a little bit more room and maybe a little bit more flexibility, but I probably will have to take the bracket off, take the belt off, accessory belt. Getting ahead of myself. Let's just focus on this. So I'm going to take these two off and replace it with the new ones. Let me go grab those. Put them somewhere over here. Don't mind my mess in my house. We've been kind of lost a pet, and we have a lot of our cat's stuff in the garage now, and so that was one washer and bolt is in here. So that's one. And where did I put the other bolt? So let me go find the other bolt and I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, the flash came on because it's dark back here. But here it is. Two different colors, which I don't know if this will change color, but we'll go ahead and get this plug put on, washers, and we'll get that looking brand new. So let me take that over there, find out what bolt size those ones are and what bolt size socket size, sorry, not bolt size, but socket size this is. They look pretty big. So this one is a 24. So I'll take that with me, take those over there, and hopefully we'll see if I can take this whole thing and I'll test, see what size it is, and take these off and we'll swap these on. So give me a second, we'll be right back. Alright, so it's all put back together, except for, of course, like I said, dropped one. Well, it was on this side. Dropped one, went behind that bracket. So I'll figure that one out later. But here they are. It went from looking nasty and rusty to looking clean. That looks way better. So happy with that. Again, shout out to Evasive for being able to get replacement parts for the Tomei manifold. So I was able to do that. So that's put back on, and we'll move to the fun stuff. So let me set you guys up. We got the ARP carbon fiber radiator shroud. So I've been always wanting to do this on my car. I just think it's going to look a lot cleaner with not going with my wide body yet. Eventually I'll get there, but until I do, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to kind of add nice little carbon fiber bits here and there with accents of my burnt titanium. So let me go ahead and clean all this mess up and pull this out of the box, and we'll get that showing. All right, so let's set this up for the unboxing. So let's see what this looks like. Alright, so took you off the tripod and pulling this out. So I'm not going to install this just yet because I got to take off the front bumper anyway, and then I would have to install this. So I'm going to leave it in the wrapping for now, but I'm excited to do that. So let's pop off the front bumper. Hopefully this will be quick, and then we can install this rexoeed, and I'll do an unboxing of that too right now. Again, don't mind my garage, it's a mess. Holidays and everything, and cleaning out the house, losing our pet, everything like that. We've kind of stored everything in the garage for now, and then we're going to do a nice little garage clean, hopefully, this month. So let me also open this up for you guys. Alright. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. Definitely can't, so sorry. Alright. So this is supposed to be a carbon fiber grill intake. So I saw this on I forgot where I saw this on. I think it was like STM or something. Should have the address, not on this box because it came in a big box of stuff. So saw it and I was all like, oh, this would be cool to have because it goes right there in the grill. So it'd be nice, a little hidden carbon fiber piece, which I thought was pretty sick. So let's pop this off. Let's hopefully have some instructions, because I don't think I've seen anybody install it just yet. So hopefully this will be a first. So let's go ahead and... It's a nice piece, man. That is clean. Let's see, rexoeed, little sticker on the back. Carbon fiber, this is really nice. Looks good. This will be sick to have. Just, again, I'll have to figure out how it goes in there, but something along the lines like this or something. So let's pop off that, put some jacks under the car so I can get that jack stands under the car so I can get the jack out, and then be able to pull that front bumper off easier. So let's do that. Alright, so I got the jack stands underneath, and then I just put the jack there for reassurance. So car's lifted. I'll put you guys on the GoPro, and or not the GoPro, but the tripod, and I'll do a quick time lapse of me just taking off the front bumper, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch that. I'm sure you guys can see that video multiple times across YouTube. So bolt on each end of the fenders, or not fenders, but bumper defender. I have the JDC Allen, so I'm going to pop those two off. A bunch of clips up here, and then 2 10s right down here. So it shouldn't take too long. Pop that off, and it bolts what it looks like. So based on the pictures, it looks like it bolts up right in here. So well, I'm not even showing you where it bolts. It'll bolt up, and a scoop will come right into here. So we'll see how that looks. What I might have to take off the brace. I want to do a little bit while I have the bumper off. It's been cutting right into my brace and making a nice little rust spot. So I have my Dremel. Maybe I'll cut back a little bit there, so that way that doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop this off. There we go. Well, unfortunately, or fortunately, that's how I mounted my underglow to the lip. So there's no real quick connect that that I can pop off to get that off. So that's how it is. But we're here. It's off. I'll let it sit just like that. I mean, My front bumper definitely needs a paint job, so I'm not mad at it sitting like that. And we'll go ahead and start seeing how we can bolt that up. So it might fit where this goes, or we'll actually see. So I think it does something over here. So we'll see what happens and how that fitment goes, where it goes. So let's go ahead and start popping things off and go from there. Alright, so I figured out how it's supposed to go. And it's supposed to sit like this. One of the clips will go right into here and hold it into place. But the big thing is this is supposed to go here. And that's not lining up because I have a Cusco front brace. So I may have to take off a little bit of material so that this will fit. So I'm going to take out the little Dremel. I gotta take some material off on the front bumper anyway for where it's hitting, and then I'll take off some material for the cooling plate. But that's gonna look sick. That's pretty dope. So that's gonna shoot right up, right into the engine bay, and just a nice little carbon hidden piece. You know, something that I know. I don't think a lot of people will notice it, but I know it's there, and it's simple, and it looks good. It's gonna look good. So, and again, got my intake right there. That'll shoot right into the engine bay, hopefully creating some type of flow. I don't know how much engineering went into that, but it's a cool piece. So let's do that. Let me take out the Dremel and start doing some work. Okay, so I'm back. It's a different day. It's actually 2 days. So I tried to work on it yesterday, but unfortunately my Dremel battery was dead. Kind of typically get into the garage maybe later in the evening, so I don't have a lot of hours before it gets dark. So now it's Sunday, started on Friday, but battery's charged, mostly done. So I started to take the material off here, so we're almost cut all the way through before the battery died. And then again, I still got to take off the part of the carbon here. So I'm going to finally got the battery fully charged, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do it on both sides because obviously it's hitting here and here and causing some rust. I mean, I don't know. These Cusco braces, I guess, Cusco braces in general, I've noticed seem to kind of just rust naturally. So I don't know what the deal is, if it's just the quality of paint or whatnot. But I'm gonna clean it up so it stops rubbing and fix that, and then we'll keep going. So I'll set you guys up on the tripod. You guys can watch me Dremel. We'll fast forward, and we'll get this going. So let's get back into that. Let me throw you back on the tripod, get you watching me sand now. So let's see.
So many questions, who do I ask? Where do I go from here? What are you smoking? Ain't no average girl, my one top tier. What is it now? I stood on business and I made it clear. I'm over it now, you done all this to make me look weird. If it's you or me, that's peak on you. I'll be deep in life, but I try not to reflect on life while breathing the view. I've been lied to way too much, I don't even believe the truth. My vision was blurry, and they didn't know how to clean it. I was happier when I was broke. It's an awkward feeling. My family know I ain't being myself. Some things that I gotta deal with. Fuck the money, fuck the fame. And if shit goes wrong today, who else are they gonna blame? If I don't help you out, you'll probably say I changed.
So you can kind of see what I did. Took a notch on both ends right where I thought it hit. So I should probably get some paint and paint this, but I'm not going to because, I mean, it's a little rusted right now. It's not going to get too much crazier. But I'll take what I'll do is I'll probably end up taking the sander wheel on one of those and kind of cleaning this up so it's not so jaggedy, kind of just smooth that out. Sorry, the camera won't focus. So I'll do that. That's going to be the completion of the brace, and then I'm gonna also got to clean that up. So once I swap over for the sander, sand that, I'll sand the corner here in that little corner there. Take a little bit at a time just to take some measurements and see what fits, and then we'll get the plate on. So we're almost there. I'm excited. I want to see how this looks. Alright, so I did take off some material. Hopefully I captured that. I didn't even check, but so that's all the way on there. It's going to be a tight fit where, try to do this with one hand. So I mean, I could take off a little bit more material right there and make it fit so it's not rubbing. So I'll probably do that, but just probably need to take off just a little bit more material. It's in. That's in. Oh, that's pretty sick. It's a nice tight fit. I think that's it. I think there's little to no gap. Again, not pretty, but I didn't know this wasn't gonna fit with this, so we'll get it on. I'm excited to see it on, fully bolted with the bumper. So, and then we can actually see what it looks like. I'm excited. All right, cool. Let's get this bumper on. I'll put you guys back on the tripod again, get everything buttoned up, and then we can toss on the cooling guide. Real quick, I just wanted to pop on a couple of bolts, kind of see it. So you really can't even tell it's there, but it's right there. I mean, mind you, the cooling plate is probably going to cover this anyway. Most of the top part, sorry, I wasn't even pointing at it. Most of the cooling plate is going to cover this anyway, except for like this probably section here. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, the whole purpose is it's incognito, only I would know, and you guys who are watching, but it's right there. You can't even tell. Super sleek, super clean. It's gonna look sick. So only if you're paying attention you'll see it. And then I know I have my hood, my scoop that I used to have here, that I used to mount here for the OEM intake. I gotta find that, and that will probably help with a lot of the flow by going back, pushed over here. So once I find that, I'll also install that. So let me finish bolting this all up. I just kind of wanted to put the 2 bolts at the top to hold the bumper in place. Oh. I got one, missing the other. I'm not going to get the other one yet. They sell them at STM. My bumper is just trash. It needs to either be repainted and repaired, or I don't know what, sanded down and repainted. I don't know what they'll do at the body shop, but one of these days I'm gonna get this repainted. I'm not gonna probably do it till after I buy some side skirts for the car. Again, the goal has always been wide body. Yeah, let's go ahead and get back to installing the radiator cooling guide. So let's put you up on the tripod again and get you going. That's gonna look so good. Oh, I'm excited. All right, let's get this on here so we can see what it looks like. It's going to go right underneath the radiator stays, as it looks like. It's going to pop right into these. Man, oh, and you can see that the cutouts actually work for both of them. So this rexoeed part works great with the ARP radiator shroud. So let me go ahead and start popping things off again. Start popping things off again and get you guys settled and get this on. So this shouldn't take too long. Move this out of the way. Let's get this back on. Up here. Look at that. Woo! Let's get this out of the way real quick. Drop them. Let's get you off of that tripod. Man, oh, that looks sick. Looks good, man. Got the little carbon inside here. Everything's put back together. Found a couple clips that actually added, so that's good. I did lose that little piece, which kind of went like something like this. So I don't know if I can maybe pull this off and just lay the rubber down. It's still sticking, so maybe I could do something like this. Let's see what happens when I drop the head. So that might be where it's hitting. I'm not sure. It's kind of where it looks like it's supposed to be. But we'll have it there for now. We'll see if it messes up or anything like that. But that looks good. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of just excited to see it. Had it sitting in my garage for some time, so it's just, I've been wanting to do these things and make these videos for you guys and just take you through my journey, but it's just, you know, life's hard. Can't always be in the garage, can't always be working on things. So whenever I can, I'm loving that I get to share it with you guys, my process of me just building my car myself. Hopefully I'll never have to do the motor. I'm pretty sure I said this in the previous video. I started to do the transmission swap. That was my first video I was going to ever do, and that was a lot. So I never finished it. I was kind of embarrassed of like videoing at the time, and so, but now I'm here. Now you guys get to see me do this and enjoy these things with you guys. So if you like it, please comment, like, subscribe. It helps. Again, not big on YouTube, but I'll be able to bring more things to you guys with that. So see you guys on the next episode.